Alright, let's talk about blockchain. Think of a traditional ledger, the kind accountants drool over. It's basically a record of transactions, right? Now imagine that ledger isn't kept in one place, but it's spread across a network of computers, like thousands of them. That's the basic idea behind blockchain. It's a decentralized and distributed ledger. No single entity controls it. Instead, it's maintained by a bunch of volunteers on the network. These good Samaritans, often called miners, use their computing power to verify and add new transactions to the blockchain. It's like a massive global bookkeeping project where everyone gets a say. And because it's spread out, it's really hard to tamper with. Hacking one copy wouldn't do much good because there are countless others out there. This distributed nature is a big deal. It means blockchain is transparent. Everyone on the network can see the transaction history. Now, let's talk about the chain part of blockchain. When a new transaction occurs, it's bundled together with a bunch of other transactions into a block. This block is then broadcast to the entire network. Remember those miners we talked about? They get to work verifying the transactions in the block and solving complex mathematical problems. Each block is linked to the previous block using something called a hash. A hash is like a unique fingerprint for that block of data. Any tiny change to the block, even changing a single comma, would completely alter the hash. This creates an unbreakable chain. If someone tries to tamper with a block, it would change the hash, and everyone on the network would know something fishy is going on. So, how does Bitcoin fit into all of this? Well, Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency to use blockchain technology. Think of Bitcoin as the first application built on top of the blockchain, like the first website built on the internet. When you send Bitcoin to someone, that transaction is recorded on the Bitcoin blockchain. This blockchain ensures that your Bitcoin transaction is secure and transparent. No one can counterfeit Bitcoin or spend it twice because every transaction is meticulously tracked on the blockchain. And because Bitcoin is decentralized, no single entity controls its value. It's determined by supply and demand, just like any other currency. But here's the thing, Bitcoin is just the tip of the iceberg. Blockchain technology has the potential to revolutionize far more than just digital currencies. Section 4. Beyond Bitcoin blockchain's expanding universe. Imagine a world where supply chains are transparent and traceable, where voting systems are secure and tamper-proof, where medical records are accessible yet private. These are just a few of the potential applications of blockchain technology. Let's take supply chains as an example. Right now it's incredibly difficult to track the journey of a product from its origin to your doorstep. But with blockchain, every step of the process can be recorded and verified from the moment a coffee bean is harvested to the moment your latte arrives. This could reduce fraud, improve efficiency, and empower consumers to make more informed choices or consider voting systems. Blockchain could potentially create a more secure and transparent electoral process. Section 5. Challenges and opportunities. Navigating the blockchain frontier. Of course, like any emerging technology, blockchain faces its fair share of challenges. Scalability is a big one. As more transactions occur, blockchain networks can become congested, leading to slower processing times and higher fees. Regulation is another hurdle. Governments around the world are still grappling with how to regulate cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. Despite these challenges, the future of blockchain is brimming with possibilities. As the technology matures and evolves, we can expect to see even more innovative applications emerge. Section 6. A future built on trust. Blockchain's transformative potential. In the end, blockchain is about more than just technology. It's about trust. It's about creating a more transparent, secure, and equitable world. It's about empowering individuals and communities. It's about reimagining the systems that govern our lives. It's about building a future where trust is not a luxury, but a fundamental right. So the next time you hear someone mention blockchain, don't just nod your head and pretend to understand. Engage with it. Because blockchain is more than just a buzzword, it's a revolution in the making.